Hi, I'm Elke, and today I want to answer a question about if Native Americans wear neckties. Something like this. You may know from Daddy. Do you think so? This story started a bit earlier. It starts to, approximately 1890, when Wild West shows started to come up with Buffalo Bill and many others too. And they were not just Native Americans employed to show their culture, but they were also cowboys and trick roper and whatever booked for and worked there. And they had a style that really was similar to this Native American Wild West style, but these dresses and clothes were mostly made of leather and with all these fringes, but they had a cut like European fashion or white fashion at that time. And with this, they also mostly these items were made by Native Americans for these show people, because Native Americans were living on their reservation, and unfortunately they could not leave the reservation without a lot of bureaucratic things to do with the Bureau of Indian Affairs. And a lot of Native Americans tried to make a living on the reservation. And in this time, they also worked for show people to beat their dresses and so on. It was simply like normal arts and crafts today. And I will show you a copy of such a necktie. They were copied too. And this is also worn like that. Normally in the early times by cowboys, white cowboys, as artists, as circus people. They were working in the arena. And for the Native Americans, it was a the only way sometimes to leave the reservation and to go to a trip to Europe, for example, with these shows. And the only way to show their culture to a wide community, to simply to speak about. But I will do some more videos about this. And over the time, Native Americans also adopted these neckties. Here I have another one that has the collar tips also on it, directly on it. That's a style that's worn today too, but in the early times, the shirts had no collars. Most of them had just a strip with a button here, and these collar tips were separate. And this is what you simply can add. And today, these neckties are still worn by Northern men's traditional dancers. They also come in all colors and in all variations. This is like a choker you can wear directly around your neck. And yeah, this is how it's handled today. And sometimes Native Americans work as everybody else in the bureau, and then they also wear this necktie. If you like that video, then here you have one about boots, if Native Americans were wearing boots. And if you liked what you have seen and you maybe want to see more, then subscribe my channel and maybe leave a comment if you have some other silly questions about Native Americans or European culture, German culture, and then I try to answer this too.